Hi guys, it's Carl here from Fast Bikes magazine. Over the next few weeks I'm going to be showing you lot how to turn this standard Suzuki GSX-R1000R into a Superstock spec machine, with the aim of then taking it into BSB Superstock 1000 to race it. So I've been racing for the past 8 or 9 years, and the last 4 years I've been racing the Ducati Tri-Options Cup on a Ducati Panigale 899. So for me it was a perfect step to go to 1000. Now there's so many models on the market now, you've got so many options, you've got the ZX-10R, you've got the S1000R from BMW. For me, the Suzuki just really caught my eye. We bought this with my own money, like it's my own bike. It was important to get the right package. The Suzuki GSX-R1000R comes in at a really good price. It's £16,099. It's probably the cheapest, best value bike that what I could get for my money. Now if you're aware or unaware of Superstock rules, they're pretty strict, which is good because it keeps the cost down. So essentially, a bike like this is there or thereabouts. It's going to be quick on track. Biggest thing that will happen to this bike is it's going to go on a big diet. To start off with, what we're going to do is put a new pipe on. We're going to opt for a Yoshimura R11 pipe, full system. We're going to put a new air filter on it, new suspension in it. We're going to opt for bi-tubo suspension to go in that. We're going to change the bars, the levers, the rear set. We're going to change the brake pads, but near enough everything in the engine actually stays relatively stock. Now, you're allowed to run a kit ECU, but at the moment we're going to keep it just as standard. We're going to run it because we've actually had this bike on the dyno and it came in at 186 the rear wheel, so we're pretty happy with that. Now, as far as the standard GSX-R1000R goes, it's an absolutely gorgeous bike. Suzuki have given it a lot more power with the variable valve timing engine, a new electronics package with a 10-stage traction control, launch control, wheelie control. You've got corner in ABS. You've got obviously the shower big piston forks, although they're going to be ditched purely just for adjustability and ease of changing springs when you're racing. This bike had absolutely blazing reviews to go with its performance last year. Just ask my mate Chris Northover, he seemed to love it. So a couple of weeks have passed since we started on our project GSX-R1000R. I haven't seen it in a couple of weeks, and the guys down here at Robson's Foundry in Canterbury have been absolutely awesome at doing some work on the bike. So let's go and see where the magic happens and see how they've been getting on. Now that is absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's have a word with James and see what he's been up to. So we've just come in and seen this absolutely stunning work of art, and James here, my very own technician and absolute helping hand, is going to talk us through what's been done.
I'll do my best.
So when you started off, the first port of call was obviously taking the fairings off, losing the headlights, brake lights. What was the most challenging part of that?
It was just you had to lose everything really. Anything you use on the road you had to get rid of, like you just said, lights. Taking the fairings off isn't too bad, taking the lights off was all pretty straightforward, to be honest.
So then from there we got the exhaust pipe off, the standard pipe, which has gone as far away as possible. So how was that getting off? Because obviously that's the whole system.
The pipe itself, the most challenging bit is you have to take the radiator off. You have to drain the fluid out, the radiator off, just gives you full access to the front cylinder head really. There is probably ways around it, you probably could have left it on, but for ease we took it off. But the pipe in general to fit was lovely. I mean, Yoshi did a really nice job, it was straight on, everything lined up, it fitted together brilliantly, the clearances were perfect. So as well as the ABS blanking kit, we've also put some new brake lines on it, so we've gone with Hell. They were actually pretty straightforward. The worst bit is they don't give you instructions on how to route them. You have, I've had to route it to come down the front of the fork there, across the top of the yoke, so it's safe, it's not interfering with anything. Brake
calipers and the master cylinders actually got to stay as standard, so we're keeping the standard pads and discs in just for its first run, so we can give it a nice run in before we start. We've got some other bits to test. We've got some EBC brakes that we're going to test. We've put some new bars and levers on it, haven't we, which we can adjust and play around with.
Got lots of adjustment with them, plenty.
Got some nice little bike tech levers and bars. That's not all we've been doing, because we've got some RNG crash protection on it as well.
We do,
So we've got pretty much the whole kit. How was that to get on?
RNG again, they did a good job with especially the clutch and generator covers. They fitted on really well, press straight on. They even give you nuts and washers, bits and pieces that will fit the right size.
Also, we've had to lock wire. Got to do some lock wiring, haven't we?
A lot of lock wiring.
So we've got some like just as the key, for example, we've got it on the oil.
You have to have it on
the oil cap.
Anything, oil and coolant. You have to have it on the. We've done the sump bung. Got the oil filter. We've also got the filler cap. And another important one is your oil cooler pipes.
So yeah, and we've got some new rear sets as well. Got some Giles rear sets, which are obviously fully adjustable, which is good for me because I've got short legs. So the standard pegs are quite sort of high up, and these would just give you a bit of a racier, sort of better riding position for me. We've also got some Pirelli Supercourser tyres that we stuck on it. They are the mandatory tyre for National Superstock and for No Limit Super Series. So they're the tyres we're going to be running. They're really sticky, they're really good. There are a few things we haven't changed on this, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a few bit, yeah.
There are a lot of things you can keep standard. So for example, the TFT Dash is an absolutely stunning bit of kit. It's got fully adjustable traction control all through the standard bars. It's got launch control, it's got the wheelie control, hasn't got ABS now, but it's got a lap timer on it which you can use. We're also running the standard quick shifter and blipper because it's a really, really good system. It's been faultless, and I'm going to give it a go through testing to see how it holds up on the racetrack. Well, we've done all we can on this bench, so next time you see this bike, it's going to have a full set of fairings on it. It'll be ready to take down to Hawk, where we're going to stick a new set of fork internals in it, a new shock, which are both going to be by Tubo, and then we're going to stick it on a rolling road where we're going to remap it and get the most out of this engine. If you want some more information, pick up the March edition of Fast Bikes magazine and you can check out what we've been doing.